they do it with great interest. So the other one, again, you can divide your students in 4 groups. And you have a huge text. It's very dull and it's not interesting to read and translate. Never translate the text. Never. If you don't know any words, for example, from the text, just tell them the meaning, the synonyms of the word. Just explain what it means. Or sometimes, last time I told you, just show it. If you're feeling, if they will memorize it better than just looking at the translation. Just show on yourself. For example, when my students, when my kids, I am talking about the weather and spoken, it's cold, you know. Oh, it's stuffy. And you know, every time when they hear it, when I do this, the kids say, oh, it's stuffy. And when I do this way, they say, oh, it's cold, you know. And every time when I ask them, what's the weather like today, they always watch, oh, it's raining, it's shining, it is sunny. Every day, ask them the day of the week, the date, and the weather. Every lesson, ask them. They will memorize it and they will understand it very clearly. Okay, the second activity in jigsaw reading is, again, you divide your students in 4, 3, it depends on your number of your students, in groups. Again, you divide the text in the number of the students of your groups. For example, you have 5 groups, you divide the text in 5 parts. One of these, you all together work together. One student from this group goes to the other group and he reads the second part of the text. You know, it's called the jigsaw reading. In our language, as I remember, we call it zigzag reading. Zigzag. He goes to this one, to this group, he reads the second part of the text. You go to the third part of the text. You go to the fourth part and you come here. And this way, you are sharing with the ideas. Then he comes back to his group and tells what is in their text. No? Got it? No? Do you have any ideas? But again, my favorite one is reading with pictures.
Yes, it's more
Do it. It's more interesting. It's more understandable for them, and making them presentation with pictures. Really, it's fun.
And we don't translate while this.
No.
No.
You're not translating. Never translate the words. Never. Never explain the rules. Never. Just make them doing it. They will discover themselves.
Describe the picture, yes.
Yes, they will describe it. Maybe they will come up to a new word. Sometimes it's very difficult for their comprehension. You will just give the definition, you can give the synonym, you can just describe the word, and it will be easier and it will be more understandable for them. Just, for example, you ask me something, I tell you the translation. When you will go out of the room, you will forget it. But when you will work, you will draw it. You will memorize it forever. And again with your students. Running station, jigsaw reading. The favorite one. Again, did you remember our ball games? Last time we did it. Again, with balls, you can make your lessons very fun. It depends on you, again, it depends on your topic, on your textbooks, whatever is going to be on your lessons. For example, it may be grammar, it may be vocabulary, and so on. Just you pass the ball from, and make the main rule at your lessons that the person who doesn't have a ball, he can't talk. No? Just be silent. Just only who has rights to speak, just who has the ball. If you don't have a ball in your hand, you should be very silent. If I pass you the ball, please take it up, then you can start speaking, And, surely it works, really, it works. They will be silent. They will. Because students admire playing. And always, I tell you, teach them through playing. It will be seems for them that you are playing. No, you are not playing. You are just teaching them in an interactive way, in gaming ways. So, coming to the listening tasks. We covered our reading skills, writing skills, grammar, and listening. How can be our listening task? We can make in different way. Before listening, sometimes the texts are very difficult to understand, and sometimes the students, they can't understand the meaning of the verbs. It's very difficult for them because it's not their native language. So always do pre-listening tasks. Pre-listening. In all texts, I like the 6th new grade, the 7th grade. It's perfect. It's amazing. Which form did they completed the textbook. It's very great. Always do pre-listening tasks. Pre-listening. For example, make them guess something. Guessing, prediction. For example, everything is ready on your textbooks. We don't have to work extra. We don't have enough work because everything on our textbooks. Just do the pre-listening task there. Anyway, for example, you are going to talk about the Mozart. In the 6th grade, we have Mozart. Yeah, we are going to talk about the Mozart, and we are going to listen to the text about Mozart. You can put in 2 minutes videos about the popular musicians, about the popular composers, and ask whom do you know, which composers, famous composers you know. There will be, and you can tell something about connected with Mozart. If they don't know, I'm sure that most of them they don't know, just give them some ideas. Piano, little boy, something and something else. After that, after their prediction, if they have answered all your questions, put the listening tasks. Make them listen it, and after that, always check. When your student, he can't do it, he couldn't do it, and never scold him, never punish him, and never make him that, oh, you're nonsense, you can't do it, you're stupid. No, it happens. Sometimes I pretend that I also don't understand, and I don't. For example, I see that 2 of them, they got the text, but she can't. She couldn't do it. For the 2nd time, for the 3rd time, she can't do it. Then I pretend, in order to help her, I say, oh, I couldn't understand the text. Let's listen again. I also couldn't catch the meaning of that word. And